Episode 20, Andy Zamani. Not Zamani, Zamani. From Your Last
Zamani.
Chance, the guitarist, the singer, the best ever. Welcome.
I'm not the best, but
I mean, you're like number 2.
thank you. I'm so super stoked to be here finally. I
Yeah.
was getting mad at you because I wasn't getting invited.
You know what? I think I had thought about having you the last 5 episodes or so, but we already had the people scheduled. And Deanna knows this. Like, I try to schedule at least a month in advance.
Yeah.
And then finding people to actually be...
I got 2 weeks notice. What's
Yeah.
that?
Well, you're here, so thank you.
I literally don't do anything.
Yeah, so let's talk. Depressing news, if you guys didn't already know, Your Last Chance is no longer a thing.
Thought you said you wouldn't bring it up.
I done brought it up.
Yeah.
But, walk us through that, I guess, decision. Who brought it to the forefront?
Weirdly enough, it was kind of all of us. So, back in August, we were supposed to go on tour, but we were having a really hard time booking the tour, and it turned out it was supposed to be 10 days long. And then the shows kept dropping, or we double booked the venue. Just typical same story we'd always get from everybody. So we kind of all sat down and are like, well, we have 5 shows every other day for 10 days. It's not even worth it. So we just canceled it, and then we took the time, and we all kind of discussed what should we do. And it kind of just simultaneously everyone was like, maybe we should just be done with Your Last Chance and start something new. Or actually, originally how it happened is we were talking about rebranding because we felt like we had such a hard time booking with our name,
Gotcha.
Your Last Chance, because the way we set up our emails when we're emailing promoters and venues and whatnot, it literally says Your Last Chance, and then it goes straight to spam. So,
Oh, wow.
so we started putting YLC, and that didn't really help us either, and so we decided that we were going to rebrand, but then the rebrand turned into all right, let's make a definite separation from what Your Last Chance is and what we're going to be doing in the future. So that was, and then the process started talking. We started talking about it and what are we going to do with this week off? Should we just go back to work? And so we started writing for stuff and got a new direction and super excited about that. But yeah, it was kind of a really, at first I was I don't wanna, because Your Last Chance is my baby.
Right.
And I started the band back in 2012 and was searching for members for a year and a half. And yeah, it was rough. It was definitely a very hard decision to make, but I felt like it was time.
Yeah.
So
See, Spencer Maloney and I,
yeah,
we sat down last
I
night.
love that dude. He's super
Same.
kind.
We had a conversation about it, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I'm like, this is the worst time for you guys to break up because I feel like you guys were finally starting to get the notoriety that you guys deserved.
Yeah.
I mean, 2019 was big. 2020 was going to be bigger. And then I was telling Spencer, you can name the big bands in Omaha on your hand.
Yeah. And I know we got grouped into that, and it was years of hard work to get to that point. And I don't feel like we're throwing anything away,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's the discussion we did outweigh everything, and should we keep going? If we keep going, is it going to be more headache than it is going to be pleasure to do it? Then are we going to have fun doing it? Are we just going to be at each other's throats because we're going to be so stressed out? So we just wanted Your Last Chance to be a happy memory, and not us pretty much clawing our way in, because I mean, it's so I don't mean this in a bad way, but the music scene in general for post-hardcore and metalcore scene is very oversaturated. Not just in Omaha. I think that there needs to be more in Omaha for sure, but I just think in general, throughout the United States, it's you can go to any major city and there's probably a handful of the big bands there too. So
yeah, Austin. When I had Austin on, he brought this up. Not enough people in Omaha are in bands. Mm-hmm. And people are playing in multiple bands at the same time, and it's hard to promote the same band.
Those drummers.
Grant Muhlenberg.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the official drummer, but he's playing with Ben Better now.
Really?
Which I'm stoked about. I love Grant. He's so great.
Yeah.
And I've known him for quite a while, but he's playing for Everbloom and Ben Better right now.
Yeah.
Alex Narducci is playing for 2 bands.
Alex is a phenomenal drummer. Yeah. He's better than our Alex, I think, but yeah.
You just said that?
Oh, and he knows it too.
Oh my God.
He's even said it himself. Yeah, no, I think Alex is all the Alexes are great drummers. I think they definitely have their own special techniques, and Alex is very like everything has to be perfect every single time, no matter what. And it's a consistency that I like really liked out of him. And I don't want to drum with another drummer. I don't want to play with another drummer rather, but yeah. No, I think that there definitely needs to be more bands in Omaha because back in the day you had so many local bands and everyone was like, it didn't matter if you sucked or not. Everyone came out and supported.
Yeah.
And like now it's kind of.
Oh, is this band playing? Oh, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
Is this band playing?
Oh, they're playing next week, and that sucks too, because like there was so many bands that we wanted to have on our final show, but it's like we were gonna ask. This is probably gonna break their hearts, but we were gonna ask from this day forward to play, but they were playing the
PJ show.
Yeah, well, it's like their CD release show.
Yeah, Tale Untold.
Yeah, the Tale Untold. That's what it was. I wanted to say something like a movie title of like. Someone's tails or something. Anyways,
Ninetales from Pokemon.
Yeah, but yeah, we wanted to like have them, but like the thing with like Omaha is like there's only like so many bands right now, so it made it super hard for like our lineup. But
yeah,
you know, I want there to be more bands. Like if I could handle it, I would be in multiple bands, but I like to be dedicated to like one project. So
yeah, you're not like a Bachelor type of, you know how like on The Bachelor. You get a date 16.
Have all of them. Yeah.
You're that devoted one. You're just sticking with the one.
Yeah, it's rough because I think that because you have like I could name like majority of like the local bands in Omaha.
Yeah,
and there needs to be more metalcore and more hardcore.
Well, as far as I can recall, Your Last Chance is one of the only bands that actually had a singer. I mean, you could argue that Tale Untold.
Yeah.
At least she sings.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I mean, there's two.
From this day forward, don't they sing too? Don't they?
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they do.
I'm gonna have to confirm or deny with those guys after the podcast.
But yeah, I guess that's a good point. I never thought about it. We were the only really like singing band in Omaha, like or singing and screaming as well.
Yeah,
that's a crazy thought. But I mean, like when we started that band, there was a bunch of us. There was so many bands like still doing that. So I guess it was like kind of like a hanging on to the glory days kind of thing. Maybe I don't know.
Did you see the thread the other day about what bands? Austin Gall posted this. He said if you could bring it back a band from 2005.
I did. I see.
Who did you say?
I didn't say anybody.
No,
I don't get into that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Because, like, my first thought was this band called Rochester, but I was like, you know what? No, Go Crash Audio. That would have been my answer, but I don't ever post on Facebook. I just unless I see something, I'm like I have to give my 2 cents. But most times I stay out of things. But yeah, no, I saw that post and there was a lot of good suggestions there. I thought, but mine probably would be Go Crash Audio.
I wonder if they were even on there.
I don't think so. When I had seen, I didn't see come up. I saw Ice Catch Fire on there.
Seen that a bunch.
What was the other one I saw?
Josh Braden posts Superior. And
yeah,
then Ethan's like Superior is the only answer. Which come back for a 4th time. Fucking do it.
Yeah,
please.
I don't know if Kelton would have that in him.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know Kelton super well. I just know him like through the grapevine, and I think I've talked to him like maybe once or twice. But I think that I don't know if he would want to do it.
You know what? Josh Bratton had posted a video of him playing back in like 2012 or 2013 live show. That guy rips.
He's so good. He's so good.
And even on a GoPro. So GoPro's not notorious for like great audio.
Yeah. But you still get the point.
Oh my God, his drums sound great.
Yeah.
That guy can kill. I'll take him over any drummer.
Hands down.
Sorry. I'll bow down to Kelton.
The best drummer in Omaha.
First of all, he's got a cool ass name. He's not an Alex.
Yeah, he's not an Alex.
He already wins.
Screw those Alexes. Yeah, our Alex sucks. He's blind in one eye.
Nah, he's not that bad.
No, he's terrible.
I mean, he's only sponsored by a couple companies.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I need to ask him that. Like, what happens since he's not playing in a band? Is he still...
Well, technically he's still in a band, but...
Gotcha.
It's, nothing that, I guess... I don't really want to get into it yet because there's no specifics yet, but... I mean, well, there is specifics, but we're just... The YLC boys are up to something.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So...
Oh, the other thing I was going to ask you. We were making fun of bassists earlier. And you're one of the only people who plays guitar and sings. Usually it's a bassist that sings. How did you get roped into that?
Well, because I'm not a very good guitar player. I'm okay. John, our other guitarist, when he came into the band, he definitely pushed me to that next level, and I definitely have improved. But I was a very just rhythmic, and like I listen back to like our first EP, Lost Ones, and I'm just like, how did I ever come up with that riff? But I'm a very like the typical cookie cutter. I sing in the choruses because that's where I can strum, and it can be very big and powerful. So I don't know how I got roped into singing, honestly. Wouldn't even say I got roped into it. I think I just decided that that's what I was gonna do.
Gotcha.
I think it's like I wanted to sing because like I've always kind of like play acoustic guitar and sing like play like Never Shout Never back in the day, and then I was like, that's it, I'm gonna do it, and I was like just went full steam ahead and just did it, I guess. But
it separates your band from the others.
Yeah.
Like I said, right now, at this moment, there's not really any singy bands.
Yeah, there definitely isn't. Is everything well? But Omaha's always had a really good like heavy scene too. So, but I mean, I guess in like the early 2000s, it was very the typical early 2000s pop punk singing.
Yeah, pop punk.
Like, and then it made it shift somewhere in there to just everyone was in a metal band.
Yeah. See, I never really got into pop punk growing up. Still can't get
Really?
into it. Yeah.
Oh man, All Time Low was my shit.
See, I guess I don't know what's considered pop punk then and pop punk now. Like, who would you say is a pop punk band now?
Now, probably like Story So Far.
Couldn't name a song.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't.
Dude, the Story So Far is so good.
Couldn't name one song.
Oh man, they have like the best arc of like any band I've ever seen, because like it's all his lyrics are he's so angry and mad, and then he's like, all right, I'm still mad at you, but I'm starting to forgive you. And then like their latest album that came out like a year or so ago is like okay, I'm done being mad at you. Like it's so great, like typical breakup music, but like so good.
That reminds me, as far as the storytelling goes, it reminds me of Garrett from Silent Planet. He'll tie choruses and verse into different albums.
Yes.
Like he'll end one album on something.
I love that. Yeah.
It's so cool.
We tried doing that actually with Overcome. Not necessarily tying in like the last album, but like having an overall theme. I love that stuff. I'm such a sucker for concept albums.
Gotcha.
Where there's just like an overall theme.
Another thing I want to ask you. So your first vocalist, was his name Aiden?
Alden.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Okay, so when he left the band, was he the main lyricist at the time?
No, I was.
You are.
So, okay. When the band started, it was just me, and I had like a handful of really terrible songs written. And I was actually going to try out for From the Empire. Is that what it was? Alex's old band?
From the Empire.
For the Empire?
Yeah, For the Empire. There you go.
For the Empire. That's what it was. I was actually looking for like a drummer and other people to be in Your Last Chance, and like I'd already had this whole game plan set. I just needed the people to fill the spots, and he came over to my house, we jammed, and I was like, he's like, so would you like want to like play in like For the Empire? And I was like, yeah, I can, I guess, but like I was really hoping maybe you'd play for Your Last Chance. He's like, we can do both. I was like, well, I really only want to stick to one project, and so I don't know how it happened, but because I was replacing a guitar player, and then they announced me playing in that band, and then so there was going to be 3 guitarists, and I was like, yo guys, this is not what I signed up for. I'm out. Like I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. And then Alex was like, yeah, I'm out. And I'm like, oh. And then I think Ben Doyen was also in that band, and he was like, yeah, I'm out too. So they came to Your Last Chance, and then Alden and I had already been kind of like talking and stuff because we had a mutual friend.
So Ben was the original.
He was the original bass. Well, technically he was kind of. We had another bass player, but he left before anything got off the ground.
Gotcha.
But Ben was technically the first bassist.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if I call him a bassist, but he
played along.
he played along and kind of, looked good doing it, I guess. But
it's always great finding out these origin stories. Like when I was talking with Anthony, he played in Superior, and then he's also shot a music video playing guitar with Earthgroans.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
Yeah, that's so funny because like he was supposed to be the original bass player in that band, and then
in Earthgroans?
Yeah,
what?
But yeah, because I'm super good friends with Jeremy and Zach and Brady and stuff, and yeah, Anthony was supposed to be the original bass player. I don't know what happened. I don't know the whole story. Actually, I don't think I know any of the story. All I know is that next thing I know, they're looking for another bass player. So, and they went through tried out a couple of different people, but I think Caden's like a perfect fit for them.
That lineup is so dope.
Yeah, they're all super good dudes.
Do you ever look up their live videos?
No, I don't, because we've played with them so many times that it's kind of like, not that it's saying that their stuff is scripted, but it's like it's the same energy all the time, and it's so like good. Like it's always different, but it's always the same energy no matter what. Like they've come up to me and been in town and been like, oh, it's been so crappy and like we've had such a terrible tour, but then they get up on stage and then they're just like go nuts. And so we kind of adopted that same like mindset, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah
I want to see somebody actually record like a professional set for those guys, like Earthgroans.
Yeah,
because every time I look at it, it's just like a camera or it's just like a phone camera.
Yeah.
So everything's so like...
Well, don't they have a live music video? But I guess that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
It's made in a certain way to make it look better. So.
Yeah, and usually you got the music playing in the background.
Yeah.
I just want the full experience. That way people can enjoy Earthgroans not being at one of their shows.
They are not sponsoring this podcast.
Yeah. I love Earthgroans. Especially that song that goes... I think it's Heathen Heart. It's such a like a...
Yep.
You're like, I can't stop doing this.
Super good lyricism. Oh, that's what we were talking. We were talking about how Alden. And
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of got
off topic. So yeah, and then Alex and Ben joined, and then I think that Alex was like, "Hey, I know Mikey Seeley," and I was like, "I know Mikey too." He's like, "He should come out and try on guitar," and I was like, "Okay." And I was like, yep, you do what you're told. You can play your parts well, and that's what I wanted at the time. Because the band originally was, like, very just me. As I wrote everything. I wrote all the... Well, I won't say all the lyrics. I will say I wrote majority of the lyrics. Not to toot my own horn, but... no, Alden definitely did help with some lyrics. But I'd say probably like 70% of it was me. And then, because a lot of times what I'd do is I'd write something and I'd had an idea for drums, but that's definitely Alex's domain.
Oh,
so yeah. I would record something and I'd send it to him. He'd like kind of like think it over, and then we'd jam together and then figure it out and then tweak it, demo it, whatever, and then come back to you're awkwardly standing there. I'm gonna point it out.
We gonna keep going?
We have to pause it.
Okay.
Ready?
Hit it.
Pausing.
Now I gotta come back like this. And look.
Just you should keep the audio in while it's black.
Well, the audio
That'd
is
be
still
really
going,
cool.
So we'll leave it.
Perfect. So.
Are we good?
Yeah, it should go for another 20.
Oh shit.
Perfect.
Oh shit. The reason I asked is because if, let's say, Alden was the main lyricist, and then he steps out of the band, like how awkward would that be to put the pressure on?
So that was super. Yeah, Taylor was a great addition to our band. Like I was actually in a band before. Funny story, I'll tell in a minute. But Taylor is a phenomenal like lyricist. He writes poetry. He's phenomenal. He's blows my mind. So that was the big push for when we got when Alden left the band, and he sat us down and he talked to us saying like, "Hey, I want to go a different direction in my life. I really cherish and love what I did with Your Last Chance, but I'm ready to move on to like something else and not music." And I was like, that's fair. That's life. Do you? Like, if that's what's going to make you happy, okay. Because we were definitely pushing at the time. This was before we were doing weekend runs, and because we started doing a bunch of weekend runs, like almost every other weekend.
Right.
And grinding it out, and he couldn't handle it. I guess I shouldn't say he couldn't handle it, but he realized that it's not the lifestyle. Yeah, because he wanted to be, he's like, I have to have a professional career. I have to be financially stable. And I was like, that's fair. Those are completely fair. And then Taylor came in, and I was in a band with him before, and so we already had a little bit of chemistry. And then we had the big push for the new album to like stop playing the old songs, because we thought it was weird that when people would listen to us on Spotify, they would hear one vocalist and then come to our show, and it's a completely different style of vocals.
I've had this conversation about like if the main vocalist steps out, like how awkward,
what do you do?
Yeah, like how awkward is it like preaching their lyrics?
And you know, it's super hard because like Into the Deep, our like most popular song, well, that and Severance, but is Alden's vocals. And so like we never that's like the fan favorite, so we couldn't really ever stop playing that
Right.
song. And it got to the point where, like, I guess Omaha doesn't know this, but we stopped playing it out of town, and then we would only play it in Omaha because we felt like that song is meant for Omaha
Sure.
and no one else. So, like, occasionally we would play it out of town if, like, we had more time or extra time or something like that. But most times we stopped, towards the end, we stopped playing it out of town. So
When you play out of town, I guess it depends on where you're at in the lineup. How much time do you usually get?
about
20?
30 minutes, yeah.
30?
Yeah.
And then at
sometimes it's usually 30 minutes. Anytime we've headlined, we get a 45-minute window, but it's usually just kind of whenever. So
Yeah.
usually we know we can take a little bit longer.
Play the same song. You
Yeah.
Play Severance twice.
we almost did, actually, when everyone was... Which I didn't... Were you there
Huh.
at our last show?
No.
You bastard!
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think, what day was it? January 4th.
January 4th. It was on a Saturday.
See, you're interrogating me now. We
Yeah,
talked about
I
this.
am.
was our
Where were you
4th?
January 4th, 2020?
Saturday
Not
night.
at Lookout Lounge.
Working.
Boo!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I only asked if you were there because I didn't see you there, and I knew you weren't. I know, I'm just saying.
Oh my
There's a
God,
lot of
sorry.
people that were there that I didn't know that were even there because there were so many people there.
Yeah.
We almost sold the place, technically almost sold it out. According to Nick, we technically sold it out, but I think at 130 is technical sellout, but which we were at.
130
Like,
doesn't seem like a
not
lot of-
130, 230. I'm
I was
sorry.
going to say, 130 doesn't seem like a lot of people there.
No, we were at just about 230, I think, and which is insane. But I forget where I was going with this.
Okay, we were talking about... Oh, shit. Rewind it.
Don't rewind it.
Fuck.
We were I asked you if you were there. It was nuts. We were talking about set
playing the same
times.
song.
Oh, so for the last song, everyone started going like we played Into the Deep. We didn't do an encore for it. We had discussed maybe not playing it and waiting for that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to be those guys that expects it to happen, so we're just gonna play it. And everyone's like, cool, let's do that. So we played it, and then everyone's like, one more song. I was like, we don't got no more.
Oh,
like,
no.
This is sad. I was literally on the ground crying because I was like, I turned my back, I dropped my guitar, and I was like, hands in my face, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is it. This is really it. Like, my child is like is in the grave. It's
Yeah.
so sad. And then everyone's like, one more song, and I'm like, we don't got no more.
Let's play a cover.
That's what I in the moment go, we can play Sugar We're Going Down, and everyone's like, we don't remember how to play it. And I'm like, you guys don't remember it? And I was like, oh wait, I don't think I remember either. And the crowd's going crazy. They're like, yeah, Sugar We're Going Down. I'm like, all right, okay. We just kind of discussed it quickly, and everyone's like, not a good idea. I was
Yeah.
like, you're right, it's not a good idea.
Could you imagine that being like the note you guys end on?
Exactly.
You play Sugar,
So-
We're Going Down, you ruin it, and everybody's like,
Yeah,
These
I
guys
don't
are
honestly.
musicians?
I don't. The way the crowd was that night, I don't think we could have ruined any. Like they would have had a good time anyways. But, yeah, no, it was super sad. super sad.
now to make things worse, if you were to make like the worst band lineup, like if you were to switch the lineup, like you play drums and somebody else play different.
Oh, you mean like member wise?
Yeah. Who would you put where to make the worst band lineup? I don't think Alex could scream.
No, and he can't play guitar at all, and he can't play any stringed instrument. He can try. Like
Alright.
I think he'd be, if he sat down with it for a couple hours, I think he could manage to do something. But if you just are like, here, you're playing guitar, he would be screwed. This is really hard because Josh and John can both play drums
Okay.
decently. John actually plays drums, and so he can play them pretty
Shit.
good.
Okay. Put you on drums.
Definitely put me on drums because I'm terrible at
But then
drums.
you flip Josh and John, and they can. I'm sure they could manage to play bass
I think
and guitar.
Well, and our vocalist Taylor, was a bass player.
Fuck. Okay, you guys kind of got it all set.
Yeah,
Fuck.
so like
Switch you and Alex.
yeah, then it'd be a pretty horrendous.
I'd
thing.
love to hear Alex try screaming.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
You guys just all choke while he's trying to scream. That'd be the
He
best
would be
thing.
really mad at me because I'm so bad at drums. Like so bad. Like I can keep a beat kind of and then I start losing time.
That's all you need. 4 on the floor.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I'll just pound the click in my ears and just
Do you guys play with clicks?
yeah,
Yeah,
we do.
good.
We
Pro move.
Yeah, that was a big like thing for me when we were I just wanted to push us to the next level all the time, and everyone was on. Anyone who was anybody was on clicks, and so I had to figure out like how do we get click tracks. So I produced all of our backtracks that you would hear live, and then we use Ableton Live to play our clicks. So pretty simple setup, and then now we have a super complicated in-ear rig that is super boring, but I think it's super interesting because I like that kind of stuff. But
so does it count you in? Just go okay, like
so. No, I know a lot of churches and stuff for worship. They have like a keys 1, 2, 3, go, and then that's when keys are supposed to come in. Yeah, but I mean, churches spend a lot of money on that, anyways. But no, ours is Alex hits enter, and we have like a track list, and so each track. So like our first song usually is Fear, and it starts clicking like boop 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 boop, and he just counts it off whenever he feels like it.
Right.
And then it just goes for infinity. It's just you hit play and it's just a click forever. It's like in Pro Tools. If you have a click and you hit play with nothing on the tracks, it's same concept kind of. Just this way we can drag and drop like backtracks if we want them. Sure. And on the songs on the backtracks, obviously it's like the clicks start when that starts, and we know when we're supposed to come in.
See, like I used to listen to Jeff's. So Jeff used to play drums in a couple bands. His would be like a click, so it'd be like doot, 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 and then it would start, and then you'd hear the keys start, and then he would start, like in certain songs. Yeah, it's very strange.
Oh man, so Alex is kind of finicky. Things have to be, like I said earlier, like they have to be exact. They have to be ready. Like if you give him, bless his soul, but like if you give him throw any curveballs at him, he gets a little bit confused, and it takes him a minute. Usually he gets it, but like we can't throw things at him last minute because he's like, I'm not gonna do this because it won't be perfect, which is fine. I love that mentality because like I'm also like everything has to be perfect. We have to be on clicks. We have to have backtracks. We have to have good stage performance. We have to have all of this stuff. And it's like, and Alex always brought his A game. I typically do unless I'm super sick, and then yeah, everyone else usually just kills it. So.
See those guitar spinny things that you do on the one foot and do the spins? Those look tricky.
I don't even know what I do, honestly.
Just black out.
That sounds super like dumb, but like I just go.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when it's a heavy part, I go as hard as I can, and I know that I need probably a good 10 seconds before a chorus when I need to sing, that I need to like slow down and kind of start taking some breaths to like. Because I get winded super easily. I have hardly any cardio, so.
You know what part pissed me off? The second to last show that you guys played, Josh Bratton didn't play that night.
You were mad at that?
Yeah.
So were we!
Because I was going to do the guest vocals. I was going to grab the mic, and then Josh Bratton goes up there and fucking does Jeremy Schaefer's part, and I was like, I was prepping for this. I was in the front for that specific reason.
Yeah. That was, I mean... we weren't really mad, but because Your Last Chance got asked to play that show super late, and Josh was like, I really don't want to play double duty, but I will. And then it just kind of ultimately came down to like, no, we won't make you do that. Let's whatever, no big deal. We'll just backtrack it and show you that you're replaceable. I'm just kidding.
With a fucking button. Watch this.
Yeah, Alex hits play, and there goes the bass, which that was kind of tricky because like on that is like we did a 4 count. Or no, we did 8 count, so it would be 8 clicks, and then that's when the song would start. Yeah. And that was kind of tricky at first, but I mean, like any musician, you just adapt and you just have to know. Because I'm used to like Alex will hit the click, and then it'll be going for a minute, and then he'll just count it off whenever, and I just usually listen for him to count off, which I almost made the mistake at that show. I was like, oh yeah, I was like about to say something, and I was like, oh no, we need to come in right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Ugh. That'd be the worst, like screwing up on time, or like screwing up the clicks, like starting late. Because even as a drummer, if you like get off time for a second, you gotta like hit it fast, hit it slow, hit it on time, and you gotta like feel it out again. I don't know how it is
kind of judge. Yeah, it has definitely happened. I mean, anything that can go wrong will go wrong for us. It always has. You just kind of, I don't know. It's like you said, you just kind of feel it out, and you kind of just like let one note go a little bit longer, and then cut the next one to get right back on time. And it's weird playing like this. I mean, you play the same 12 songs or whatever over however many years we've been doing it, and so you just know. I don't know how else to explain. You just know. It's that, like, I guess musicians' intuition.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You've been doing it long enough, you'll catch up.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about your worst onstage moment and then your best onstage moment. So we'll start with worst. What's the worst thing that has happened on stage?
Oh, man. On stage,
Have you ever had a voice crack?
yo, all the time.
Yeah.
I'm so bad about it. It's like, and I get super like embarrassed about it, and I'll turn red, and I'm like, oh my god, I hope no one noticed, but everyone noticed. I'm singing into a microphone that's blaring over a PA that's super loud. Of course, people notice, but the one thing I have noticed though is I can't be too hard on myself on that. But I don't really like. I get embarrassed by it, but I wouldn't say it's my worst. I would say
You were falling over?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, gotcha.
I used to have like a bigger pedal board. I went to go like hit this pedal, and it was at Sokol Underground actually, and I like went to go like kind of stomp on it, but I missed it, and my left foot went right off the front of the stage, and there was hardly anybody there because this is the early days,
Right.
And I think it was like a curse because like for like 3 or 4 shows in a row, I fell off the stage every like on accident, wasn't on purpose.
No.
Like I was super like oh my god, I need to break this curse. And then I think what broke it is we played like a really packed show, and I just didn't even think about it because I think I was just like overthinking it. But yeah, no, falling off stage probably was the worst. But like most people were like, oh, I saw you fall off stage. It was fucking awesome because you got right back up and kept playing. I was like, thanks. It's super embarrassing.
Like the most wild person that I've ever seen on stage is Texas and July's bassist.
Yeah.
That dude goes wild. How he keeps like on time,
Yeah,
doing
I don't know.
spins and kicks and all that shit.
Yeah, I tried. I try and go like really, really crazy, but I mean, I know my limits, so.
Just like one of these and a couple spins and we're good.
I just kind of just feel it out. I just like, all right, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do this there. Oh, that'd be really cool if I do this. Okay.
And back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I play drums, if I'm playing hard, well, see, with an electronic kit, I can't really play hard. I don't want to break my shit, but I do play hard. But anytime I'm feeling it, I'll like close my eyes and play.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is, and not too many people that I know about close their eyes while they play. It's just, I don't know, when I feel it, I'm just
I don't know.
just in the zone.
I don't know if Alex does or not when he's playing drums. I know like when I'm singing, I definitely do. I don't notice it until I see photos.
And you're just like,
And every photo of me singing is typically my eyes are closed. And I'm like, I don't even remember closing my eyes. It's like either the photographers always catch me when I'm blinking, or I'm literally just like this all the time when I'm
like
singing.
Andy, your eyes were closed for 3.5 minutes that song. I don't know what it is.
I don't no idea, man.
Andy, you were on the other side of the stage trying to sing into a mic that wasn't there. I don't know what it is.
I can't see it.
You know what solved that? If you have one of those headset mics, like the fucking NSYNC, walk around.
We always joked about like getting Alex one of those or something.
Oh no!
But Alex never. He's like I tried getting him to talk at the final show, and he's like, no, I don't want to say anything.
No?
No. He was like, I don't know why. I was like, you don't want to say anything, and he's like, no.
No, I'm good. Gucci. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably break down at the last show like that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew what to expect because Josh with Wither Decay, he's like, when I played our final show last time,
You all started crying.
he's like, I was bawling my eyes out that last song, and I was like, oh god. I was like, and I'm not like super emotional, but unless it comes to this is gonna sound super dumb. I'm not super emotional unless I'm in a super emotional situation.
Yeah.
Which I tend to avoid because like I'm not very good at hiding it. So I knew I was gonna cry, so I didn't care. And like what was really hard was the first song. I didn't think it was gonna be an issue till like we played Into the Deep. But the first song, I was like the whole time like felt it in my throat.
Oh, no.
I'm like, no, we can't do this right now. And like I turned around and I remember my friend Jocelyn was on the side of the stage, and I was like, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm crying."
Wait, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
She's a musician.
Not that Jocelyn.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just met her the other day.
Oh, really?
We did. I think Deanna might have known of her, but... Okay, keep going. We'll talk about that after.
Anyways, Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, I was like, "Are you okay?" Because I was kind of like making a weird face, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just crying." Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
So would you say the last show would be one of your best moments on stage? Actually,
I don't know.
Walk me through like the first time ever being on stage, because you prep for the longest time.
Like, the first time I was on stage, or your last chance?
No, just any time. The first time you're on stage, I want to know what the feeling is. First of all, like you've been in this band for let's say 3 months or so. Mm-hmm. You show up to the gig. Nerves.
I usually I push them down.
Yeah?
I'm like, nope, there's no time for I keep myself busy. I'll do something with the merch. I'll go mess with the guitars. I'll try and like go talk to people. I just try and stay busy because I don't want, because like if I sit still, I will get the nerves and I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. And like, what am I doing? Why I'm about to get on the stage in front of people? But like, usually if I do get those thoughts, I like get on stage. I don't even think about it, and then when we start loading gear on stage, it's gone. And then
Really?
we get up on stage, and I'll have like, oh yeah, I was freaking out about that. Here we go.
It's almost like I throw them into the deep, like fucking
Yeah.
see if you'll
Sink or
survive.
swim,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, that's also a good band, is Can't Swim. Love that
That's a band?
Yeah, Can't Swim. Super good. Check them out.
We're gonna wrap it the same way fucking Bree and I did. We're talking about like indie bands, and I was saying there should be a band called like Burnt Grilled Cheese or Spoiled Milk.
That'd be good. Or Cabinets.
Cabinets.
That'd be a good one.
Just kitchen.
We got kitchen cabinets or countertops.
Instead of counterparts.
Countertops.
You got countertops, counterparts, kitchen cabinets.
Countertops is a
Cover band.
of counterparts. That'd be super funny.
No, that band's called Withered Again.
That's super funny. But no, they're super
me
good.
some.
That was good. That was good.
John. No, Nathan Schwery even jokes about that.
Yeah, dude,
Oh my-
that dude's so funny. I love him.
Nathan Schwery's the best.
Yeah.
I've known him since I was like 16 or 17. Like I've known him a long time. When he had a curly Jufro.
Really? I've only known him like a couple years, I think, honestly.
You know him as like a swag daddy, but you
Oh,
didn't know
yeah.
him.
No.
You didn't know him when he had that Jufro.
Called out again.
That's all right. He's a great guy. Yeah, Nathan Schwery. Let's talk him up. What do you like about Nathan?
His glasses.
Yeah, he does have
I
nice.
don't know. He's really good at guitar.
Him
He's also married, and I had no idea until like last year.
him and his wife take great pictures.
Yeah.
I love.
She takes pictures too?
I mean, they take pictures together. I would assume.
Oh, you mean like pictures of them or like them taking?
Oh yeah, you never snoop on Facebook. That's right.
No, I said I do snoop on Facebook.
You're not snooping hard enough.
Apparently not.
Dude,
I usually just whatever comes up on the timeline. That's as far as snooping as I go.
Yeah, Melanie, which is this. Is it Melanie? I think it's Melanie.
I think it's Melanie.
Yeah, Melanie's just such a Melanie. Man, you know.
I kind of like it.
Look at me, I'm Melanie.
Stop messing up the pillows.
Oh,
She'll
my
get
bad,
mad
my
at
bad.
us.
Sorry about it. But yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I think Wither Decay is an okay band.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I love those guys. I think their music is super good.
Hey, one thing I wanted to ask you. This is kind of rolling back to episode 10 with Cody Pedersen
Oh, really?
and Corey Korth. I think that's episode 10. Sounds right.
Dude's in Dear Neighbor.
Yeah. If you were to elect a president of the Omaha music scene,
Who would it be?
yeah, pressure's on.
A president?
Yeah, like this
Like
person will,
what do they control is the question.
I don't know. They just said Aaron Koenig. They said Aaron Koenig.
I think that it should be Nick Rowe.
Nick Rowe.
Yeah, the
Okay.
dude from Aorta.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a boss. He's professional, and he kills it. I think that if he was in charge of the bands, all the bands in Omaha, and like who plays what shows, I think that, and like dictated like what can be done and what can't be done, like a president should be like. I guess I'm thinking like president of like a country, not like president of like a club, but like I don't know. I think that he'd be pretty good at it.
Nick Rowe, 2020, Omaha.
Shout out to Aorta.
Yeah, Nick would be a good choice. I like that choice.
I think him or Josh and Josh. God, Pedersen. Yeah, because Bratton is ours. I always get them mixed up for some
Yeah, we
reason.
mix up the Alexes, we mix up the Joshes.
Stop having generic names, Omaha.
Yeah, get a better name, like Andy, because that's not
That's not generic at all.
fucking Toy Story character ass bitch.
Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you bitch.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
in a
cute,
band
Andy.
with Alex.
Oh, this just reminded me. On Toy Story, that fucking Sid or whatever, he's always got the black shirt and the
Yeah.
skull. Does he drive in that movie?
No.
Oh,
I
dang
don't
it.
think in the first one.
Yeah.
Well, he's only in the first one.
Okay. For some reason, I always think like when I'm delivering pizza, and I listen to heavy music, I always like resemble myself as like Sid from that movie.
So I think you're taking Sid and then the Pizza Planet delivery
There
Toyota
you-
truck and combining.
There
the
you
two.
go.
Yeah, that's where it's coming from.
I feel like I'm that guy, because
right.
I blare my shit. It's always funny when I'm like delivering for Amazon and I'm up in like North O.
Yeah.
But I've got like Currents on,
Yeah,
and it's on like
super good band. I like
yeah,
that
they're
band.
great, but it's just so awkward. Like I kind of turn it down.
Don't live your life.
Yeah, but if I'm in Council Bluffs, I'm like, fuck you guys. You guys are getting a dose of Currents, baby.
Hell yeah, yeah. Did I ever answer your question about what's my best
No, tell me your best moment.
on stage? I don't know. We've had people propose. We've had,
Multiple?
I think, just one.
Okay,
we
I
were,
was gonna say-
we were playing in Des Moines, and this guy came up to us and said, "Can I propose to my girlfriend during your guys' set?" I'm like,
Wow.
"Yeah, I guess it's."
Should have said nah. Wait till the next band.
Yeah, we were the last band of the night. That would have been super funny. Yeah, no, that was interesting. We've had. I mean, we played with Silverstein. That was pretty crazy to a packed house.
Where's that at? Des Moines?
That was in Sokol Underground.
Wow.
We played. It was on their way to Warped Tour. That was a pretty good moment. I don't know. Honestly, like besides the shows that I was deathly sick on tour, every show is like I remember bits and pieces of every show, and I don't know. It's kind of like I would say probably playing in front of a packed crowd for when we opened up for Silverstein. I think that was probably one of the moments of like a holy crap, I want to do this. Like I want to be in front of big crowds like this all the time.
Yeah, and there's got to be some type of feeling when you play for a band that like you grew up listening to.
Yeah, which is super funny because Silverstein was like my favorite band growing up, and like so it was kind of like a dream come true
Yeah.
to like play for them, and we like grilled out and stuff with them beforehand and stuff. But like, like I love like my favorite album that they've ever come out with is This Is How the Wind Shifts is one of my favorite albums by them, and. But anything past that, well, I guess I'm Alive and Everything I Touch is really good because it's very similar to the previous album. But anything past that, like their latest release, they just released a single, and I just kind of like, like
I talked about this with Bree. It's like nostalgia, the nostalgia factor. You grew
Yeah.
up with it. Now you're just like, Silverstein came out with a new song. Nothing really hits. I feel like nothing really hits the same as like when you were growing up.
Yeah.
And you jam that shit because now there's just so many bands. Like you can get the same thing.
Yeah. Well, so like Discovering the Waterfront was their big album for Silverstein, and I loved that album. And then they came out with, I think it was Arrivals and Departures, and I was like, yeah, this is so good, but it's because I really liked the band.
Yeah.
But honestly, it wasn't that great of an album. And then after that, it just kind of was like the next album, which was Shipwreck in the Sand, I believe. And I was just like, yep, I'm over this band. So I took a break for like probably like 8 years
That's
from
fair.
Silverstein, and then I came back when they released. They had just released This Is How the Wind Shifts, and I was like, oh my god, I like got goosebumps. I was like, this is so good. Oh my god.
What band did you catch wind of way too late? Like which band did?
Way too late. Like they're not a band anymore, or
Yeah, like for example, the one I showed you, like Adalia. I didn't know of them until they were not a band anymore. Or you can brag and be like, I found this band before anybody.
Okay, so see, I'm gonna do both.
Okay, sick.
Okay, so
Let's get situated.
My band, Crisscross Applesauce. We're not wearing shoes. He's one of his socks is inside out.
Shut up.
I
Fuck.
told him I'd
We
point that
got
out.
fucking 40 minutes in and you did this shit to me.
So, I would say that I don't remember what we were talking about.
The band that you discovered that nobody else knows about?
So I would say Bill Murray, Bilmuri,
Wow, that's a band.
is a band. It's actually the bass player of Attack Attack.
Oh, Asian dude.
No, his name's Frank. Frankie.
Not
He's the
Asian
dude that
dude.
had dreads and stuff, and he sang
Oh.
in Attack Attack.
Oh, yeah.
He started a new band, and like they were super like no one like I came across them on Spotify somehow, and I was like, this is dope. And then everything is so like it's total like meme lord kind of stuff, and I love everything that he does. But now he's like finally coming on the up and up, and I'm so proud. I'm just like, yes, because it's so good. So that's my one that I feel like I knew before a lot of people. Like obviously other people knew about him,
Yeah.
because how would have I figured it out? But definitely was because Josh actually got mad at me when no that wasn't the band. He got mad at me for Hail the Sun. Because I was listening to Hail the Sun for a really long time. And he's like, oh my God, how come no one told me about Hail the Sun? And I was like, I've been listening to them for 2 years. And then the other one that I got to way late, I guess is kind of cheating, but not really, was Go Radio. So, and the reason I say that, I love Go Radio. Because I love Jason McAllister, I think his last name is. I can't remember. No, Jason Lancaster. That's what it is. So... Warp Tour 2012, 2013, something like that.
Way back when?
One of the last ones. They're on Warp Tour. This is their last Warp Tour they ever do, because soon after that, they break up. I was fully planning when I saw the set list for the day, or the bands, what times they were playing. I was like, I got to see Go Radio. Turns out, I was also taking one of those. I was taking a music business class with Kellen Quinn and Maddie Mullins. At the same exact, never heard of them, right? I was taking a business class with them, and they were teaching me stuff while Go Radio was playing, and I was like, oh, it's okay. I'm sure they'll go on tour soon.
And then they broke up.
Then they broke up. Super mad at myself. I was like, that stupid class that put me ahead in the music scene, fuck that. I should have seen Go Radio.
Stupid ass Kellen Quinn.
But Go Radio actually just put out a new song. I don't know if they're touring, but apparently they're putting out new music.
Every band's coming back.
Well, yeah, because it's money.
Money grab.
They gotta do money grab for sure.
All right, I'll give you mine. You ready?
Okay.
Band I found out like way late about. Besides Dahlia, like Under Oath, I didn't listen to him growing up.
Really?
Yeah, didn't listen to him growing up. And then
I was listening to them super young.
I don't think I found out. Well, I didn't start actively listening to them until about maybe a year and a half ago.
Under Oath?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my favorite song.
What do you think of their new album?
I haven't listened to it all the way.
Okay. So the general consensus of their new album is it's not very good because they're not Christian metal anymore. They're like, we don't believe in God
anymore.
Yeah.
So Under Oath is a big one. Their song Young and Aspiring is probably my favorite.
And fun fact,
yes.
Your Last Chance, the name came from an Under Oath song.
Oh, tell me more. Alex didn't already tell me.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
did he tell you that?
Yeah, he kind of gave me the brief.
I remember I watched that whole podcast, but that was so long ago. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if...
I remember that he looked dumb because he was wearing a polo or like a button-up shirt, and he was trying to look all fancy.
It came from... trying to think what song it is. It might be one of the big songs, one of the lyrics in one of the big songs. Go ahead, tell me what it is.
I'm putting the Jeopardy music while you guess. I believe it's a Boy Brush Red.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's usually what they open with.
This is your last chance.
Oh my God.
Last chance now. Yeah.
I like that song too. That's embarrassing that I didn't know that.
Or is it? Up Against the Wall? Up Against the Wall? No, it's not that song. I think I'm mixing songs.
We'll listen to Under Oath after this.
Good, yeah, we should.
Right. Now I'm going to plug those bands that people didn't know about. The first one, and you're welcome if I've ever showed you this band, Hollow Front, which they're playing here January 22nd.
Yes. Yeah.
Hollow Front. There's a band called Polaris, which is killing right now.
Yep, they're super dope.
A band called Void of Vision, which is from Australia.
I have not heard of them.
Void of Visions.
But every band that comes from Australia that's like in
sick.
metalcore is always phenomenal.
Yeah. Australia's got like the best.
Yeah.
And then the other band, the band I was showing you before we are going to get copyrighted, that's called Holding Absence.
Dude, I love them. They're so good. Saint
Stop,
Cecilia
stop,
is probably my favorite song.
Stop. Somebody else knows about Holding Absence?
Dude, yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna die.
Josh got me into them.
Josh Bratton.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
Yeah, he got me into them. He's like, look at this band because their visuals are insane on YouTube.
All their videos are in black and white too.
Yeah, and they do all this cool like visuals and like it's like stuff that's like so simple, but it looks so good. And it's just this whole aesthetic that they have.
I might cry. I'm like really proud that
Yeah, I've been listening to them for about 2 years now.
Yes. We found them
Super
at the
good
same
band.
time. Fuck the rest of you guys. If you haven't already found these bands, suck a dick. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, those are our bands.
Yeah. And
I'll take my royalties now.
Yeah, if you claim to find them like a year and a half ago, well, we found them first. So
Suck a dick.
yeah, suck a dick.
Just kidding, don't do it.
So let's wrap this thing up because I think we're at fucking 45. Deanna. Oh fuck it, we're at.
Because we're having a great time.
This is
Fuck it, let's go for 2.
This is.
It's episode 20.
Yeah, fucking double time.
No one will watch a full 2 hour.
No.
podcast.
Nobody even watches it.
No.
Let's be honest, nobody watches this. No.
I watch them.
Thank you.
I haven't watched all of them, but I've watched some
There's
of
a
them.
there's a lot to watch.
Well, see, I don't like listening to podcasts, even though that's like the true format you're supposed to like them at. So
Well,
I
that's
like
why-
listen to them, but I like watching them.
Yeah, that's why we have them on YouTube. We have them on Spotify, SoundCloud. I don't know either. We'll have to
Why
go
don't
back.
you know?
Yeah, we'll have to go back through that. This is usually where I say plug your shit.
What shit?
Yeah, what shit?
I guess still go check out Your Last Chance because I mean we're still on Spotify and stuff and YouTube and jam it out.
Yeah.
we didn't write it for no reason.
Maybe they'll get
we're just not gonna play any shows forever. So
maybe they'll get a couple $1 kickback here and there from
Yeah.
what Alex said.
all of its plays are awful. I think last year we made like $60 in like streaming revenue. Like it is not that's enough to pay for the service.
All right, they need $3 for $3 a day. You could feed these. hoes.
For real. You know how many times we've like eaten free Chipotle or like half off Chipotle and stuff.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I need a fucking. Well, fuck Chipotle. Give me Qdoba.
I don't like Qdoba.
End
I
it
like
there.
Chipotle.
Fuck Chipotle. Give me a sponsorship with Qdoba. We're out.
I don't associate with him.
Never try to be real with me.